The, the irony. Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. I'm trying to do a live this evening. The title of it is Voices of Truth Silenced, and I was silenced. Literally, the live just stopped working. So, very interesting. I'm going to try this again. Aloha, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric West, HawaiiRealEstate.org. The video is entitled The Voices of Maui, the voices of truth being silenced on Maui. And there's a couple examples of that I wanted to point out to you really quickly, give you a quick update on what happened today at the Oahu dump, and then a call to action to help keep Maui no Ka'oi. This is one of the shirts on my site, ericwestmaui.com, Lahaina Forever. The back of it says Maui no Ka'oi, and we need to keep Maui no Ka'oi, which is, of course, that means Maui is the best. And the only way we're going to do that is by organizing and communicating and getting one voice of unity. I want to be really clear. I don't think anybody really asked for this. I mean, this is not what I was doing prior to the fire. I was just having a great time selling real estate. The market has completely almost stopped in terms of real estate sales. So I'd like to just say that everyone's kind of been thrust into this situation, and certain heroes have really risen to the occasion. Eddie down in Oluwalu. Hustle Bitch is another one. And I want to start out this live talking about Hustle Bitch. Now, I didn't make up his channel name, but he made some unbelievably amazing videos. I will put a link in the description of this video when I'm done to his most popular video, but he hasn't posted anything in a long time. I think it's been like 3 months, 2 months, something like that. But he was getting, 4, 5, 600,000, 1 million views. He has, I think, close to 500,000 subscribers, and he has literally been radio silent. And he was putting out some of the best content, way better organized and professional than what I can do. But where did he go? Where's that voice of truth? And myself personally, right? I put out some content because I was here on the island during and after the fire, and I was accused of stealing money from the Hawaiians. Every penny that my son raised on his GoFundMe went all back to the community in the form of large checks to churches. But the attack, the attempt for they to defame, to smear your name, comes swiftly, and it's crazy. And so I want to know what happened to Hustle Bitch. I want to know if he's safe, is he okay? And I can't imagine he just stopped posting without a significant reason. Another voice that has not been silenced, but I wanted to point it out. I've been meaning to point this out for so long. His name was Claudius from Berlin. Claudius and Anna. So if you want to get some good vibes, man, I'm telling you, go to their page. I think it's Elvis Lives. He's got a bunch of other platforms that he's really big on, but he started posting videos about Maui and specifically encouraging me to stay in the fight of truth. And he made some videos that literally just, like, they made me cry. I mean, this guy and his wife are just so full of aloha all the way over in Berlin, and the support that he's shown. So if you know how to get a hold of Claudius, if you can share this video with him. I know that he called me out and had his video shared with me. About 1,000 people texted it to me, and I watched it, and I was just moved to emotion. And the guy is just amazing. Him and his wife are just, and so that inspired me to think about the idea that everybody needs a voice to be heard, every single person. And one of the things that Andy Bumatai used to do back on his channel, he had a channel called The Daily Pigeon. If you haven't seen it, it's really great. It's one of my favorite channels. He shut it down because of all the haters. Go figure. Which I don't know why, because he's just a funny guy, and he was teaching people a pigeon about Hawaiian culture. But one of the things that he did that I loved is he would start his videos of people around the world that used to live in Hawaii that were homesick, but they would cut like a 30-second or a 60-second video saying, "Hey, Andy, how's it?" And they would show they're in some field in Iowa full of snow. But what I want to encourage you guys to do is let your voices be heard. Let it not just be the Hustle Bitches and the Claudiuses and the Eric Wests and the Eddies of the world. We all need to make our voice heard. So before the meeting that's coming up on January 2nd, that's right, the day after New Year's, when everyone's probably asleep and sleeping it off, they're going to have a Maui Council meeting about the Oluwalu dump site. And I would just want to encourage everybody to text me a video. One of my secrets of real estate is I do previews of homes, right? So if you're in the market for, and this is not some kind of segue into real estate, I'm just saying, if you were in the market for a home or a condo and you weren't on Maui, what I would do is I would go shoot videos. I would preview that home or that condo for you, but I would shoot, this is the secret, ready? 60-second videos, under 60 seconds. Because if I did under 60 seconds, I could text those to my buyers, I could text those to my clients, and it would go through. Works a little better on an iPhone than it does on an Android, but if you have an iPhone and you want your voice to be heard, I'm going to leave my phone number so I can get some more text messages and phone calls, but I'm going to leave my phone number in the description of this video. I would like your voice to be heard. I would like to present a collage of videos to the mayor, to Maui Council, to the world on this channel of you giving your opinion, how you feel about the Oluwalu dump. I want to keep it specific on that topic. Later on we can do another one that are on some other topics that need to be heard. But I think it's time for America, for the world to speak out on this topic. So I want to encourage you to please do what I'm doing right here. This is just an iPhone, right? That's it. It's an iPhone. Everyone's got an iPhone these days or an Android. Shoot at this angle if you can, because it's better, honestly, than up and down. And I'll do a long format video, but if you send me a 30 to a 60-second clip, keep it under 60 seconds, otherwise it won't text to me. Longer than 60 seconds, it just doesn't work. It goes to the cloud and does all this weird stuff. But under 60 seconds, try to succinctly tell me what you think about Oluwalu dump, what you think about them taking 400,000 yards of toxic waste full of dioxins, asbestos, and arsenic, and the worst things from this fire, 2,000 homes, 2,000 acres. They want to dump it on a felt liner 1,000 feet from the ocean on a cinder cone with the most porous, loose earth you could imagine, with freshwater aqueduct underneath, with two streams next to each side, uphill and upwind of the ocean, of Maui's mother coral reef. If this doesn't get you fired up, if this doesn't get you pissed off, if this doesn't make you want to speak, I don't think anything will. Seriously, but this is going to take Maui no Kaoi, Maui's the best, and make it Maui Chernobyl if we don't get this stopped. We had a protest today. Thank you, Eddie, for organizing that. We had just very limited notice, but we had a decent turnout considering less than 24 hours notice. And I had a chance to meet a lot of you guys down there. And thank you so much for the shakas and the high fives and the words of encouragement. I really appreciate that. But what it really gelled in my mind is that there are people out there that care, that truly, deeply care. And if you're not on island, I get it. But you can send in a video. You can sign the petition at vetomauidump.com. I'll put a link in the description on that as well. And you can also support this channel. So today I started a Patreon page called truthmaui.com. I want to keep this channel going. Obviously, it's just, I think, doing the job that mainstream media is not doing, which is there was not a single television station there today reporting on this. It would be so easy for them to send out a reporter. They just go and fly over. Not a single mainstream media was there. The meeting, the community meeting that they did last Monday was not on the MauiRecovers.org website. So truth is being swept under the rug. But here's what I believe. I believe every time they try to do something, we're going to do something counteractive, right? A counterattack that's going to be worse than their original intention of trying to cover something up. So for example, they're trying to silence Hustle Bitch. I'm going to put a link in the description. If you haven't heard of Hustle Bitch, now you're going to hopefully go watch all of his videos and share them and keep those messages going out. If you haven't heard of Claudius and Anna, then you're going to find out about them and listen to their amazing message that they have for the world, which is an amazing message. They are talking about we need to send love to all these people that are doing these horrendous things so that they'll be able to return that love. And it's really the absence of love that causes them to do these bad things. And so if we send them our love and they receive it, maybe there's a chance that they'll be transformed. Maybe there's a chance that Tamara Paulton, the West Maui council member that used to be the president of Save Honolua, right? Honolua Bay, another amazing coral head reef that was under threat of being developed. She was the president of that. I used to go to those meetings when I first moved here in 2011, and I was like, yeah, you guys are never going to buy all this hundreds of millions of dollars of land and save Honolua. But they did, and they saved Honolua Bay from future development. Tamara was the president of Save Honolua, so how could someone like her not be present today, miss the council meetings, and vote yes on this horrendous proposition to put all this toxic waste right by Maui's crown jewel, a hope spot, 1,000 feet from the ocean. How is that possible? Well, I believe we need to send her love. We need to send everybody on the Maui Council love. We need to send Mayor Bisson our love, because that aloha, that love, I believe will transcend space and time, will transcend man's logic and intellect, and it will fill their hearts with love, and then they will do the right thing. And I just think that's the message that Claudius is sending to us all the way from Berlin. He's just picking up a phone just like this, just like I'm doing right now, getting ready to cook up some dinner. Family's gone on the mainland. I'm here working. Got to keep the bills paid. I'd love to be with them, but I have some listings here I got to get sold, and I've got sellers that want me present for duty, so I'm not with my family right now. We do what we got to do, right? Forget where I was going with that. But the important thing is that we let our voices be heard. So please, if you have a voice, you have a voice. You have a voice, period. I know you have a voice. Let it be heard. Send me a 30 to 60 second clip of you checking in on Olowalu, just like my good friend Christian Henneke from Austin. Are you in Austin? I think you're in Austin, Christian. You're so cool, man. You are my second Patreon patron. I appreciate that, man, because I want to keep this thing going. It's not free to do these things, you know, time and money. I spent so many hours editing, you have no idea, attending. I mean, I want to do it, trust me, but everything costs money. So Christian, thank you so much for being my second patron on Patreon. But he also posted a video on change.org at vetomauidump.com that'll take you to the change.org, and Christian puts up a short little clip of him talking about why he's opposed to the dump. So I just want a flood of you guys sending me these clips, 30 to 60 seconds, talking about why you're opposed to this, because we got to keep Maui no Ka'oi. We have to have Lahaina forever, right? This is just a picture I took. I've side gigged as a photographer all my years here on Maui. You got to do what you got to do to make rent, right? So this is a picture that I took of just Front Street on a beautiful, just sun had just set. It was the most beautiful sunset. But Maui, we cannot forget Lahaina. We have to come together. We have to communicate with each other. We have to show up. So the next big important date is January 2nd at the chambers of Maui County Council, but they will also have a link to attend virtually, so you can sign up and let your voice be heard there as well. Anybody can testify. Anybody. I heard a funny story about a prominent developer here on Maui that he used to have like 15 people on payroll that would just show up to testify when he wanted to get something pushed through Maui Council. So if those developers can do sneaky little things like that, and no, it wasn't Peter Martin, it was somebody else, I won't mention his name. If they can do that, then we can have honest to goodness people organically show up to talk about why they're opposed to something. But we just cannot have any more lack of people showing up. We just can't have it. You guys, please, I beg you in Jesus' name, please show up. Please show up to that meeting on January 2nd on the Zoom link or the Blue Jeans link, whatever link they're going to have. If you're here on Maui, show up in person. Testify, give them your 2 cents worth. They got to hear, we get one shot at this thing. We cannot let them put one spoonful of toxic waste on that location. The gal that was there today, please watch today's video. We had Lucas Nelson there, Willie Nelson's son. I'm sure he gets tired of being called Willie Nelson's son, but hey, they're both like gigantic, amazing artists. He sang an amazing song. Go to Lucas Nelson's Instagram, check it out. Has a beautiful song that I think he might have written for this. It's just amazing. They performed it today there. We had John Cruz that was there. We had a lady there, I can't remember her name, but she has access to that site because it's a way to get to her ancient or her burial site for her family, which has already been destroyed. And they're going to take down that whole side of that mountain. What they're about to do cannot be done. So I believe this is a test. If we can pass this test, this is the first thing that's really truly happened since the fire, right? That is legitimately ridiculous. This is a test. We have to stand up on this one. We have to stand up. We have to make this go our way. We have to. We just have to, because this is like, you know, what they say, that saying is like, you know, do you want to really die on that hill, right? Yes, this is the hill you want to die on. I truly believe that. Like, you got to pick your battles. This is the battle we have to pick, because this threatens the future of this island. I don't care what anybody says. The science is there, And at a very, 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 very minimum, if they're going to put it in that location, they have to do the environmental studies, they have to do the engineering, they have to do the soils test, they have to build it right the first time. They cannot stick it on some felt and a flimsy liner that's going to fail immediately. And then this is one of the windiest spots on the island, by the way. All the wind blows towards the ocean. It goes straight downhill. We hiked it this morning. It's straight uphill. As we know, what? Shit rolls downhill, right? Well, this is, sorry, it's going to roll downhill. It's the worst idea ever, and I believe every Maui council person, the water commissioner, Tom Cook, the county mayor, what's his name again? Bisson, sorry. Governor, everybody should just come out and apologize. Matter of fact, the guy that didn't sound the alarm, he should come out and apologize. The county needs to hire like a professional PR firm, because what they're doing right now is obnoxious, it's ridiculous, and they're going to push the people's limit of patience. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. They need to hire a PR firm, they need to come out and apologize for these ridiculous things that have happened and start to mend the fence between themselves and the community, because so far it has been a shit show of epic proportions, period. And it's because of certain people that are putting out the truth that are getting this message out and trying to keep this message alive. So if you would like to support this kind of content and this media, please go to truthmaui.com. By the way, if I end up like Hustle Bitch, and he could be on a community ban, by the way. He could be put in jail, called YouTube jail, and you can't post for a certain period of time. It happened to Michelle of Inner Wellness over on the Big Island. She had somebody on the podcast that she has on her YouTube channel that said the C word. I don't even want to say the C word, but she said the C word, and it's not that C word, it's the other C word. Gosh. But she got put in YouTube jail, and she couldn't post any content for a week just because her guest said the C word that ends with the D. So he could be in YouTube jail. So if I end up in YouTube jail because I'm reporting on the truth on Maui, I'd like to have everybody's contact information on Patreon. So Patreon, I don't believe you have to sign up and pay. You can just sign up. You don't have to be a paid member of Patreon. But if I can get a list of all my subscribers, and here's the other thing that's happening. I literally had 4 million views in the last few weeks, and then it dropped the moment I started reporting on this topic, and then my subscribers have actually been going down. So you would think with 4 million views that I'd get at least a couple, 20, 30,000 subscribers, but I'm not. People are getting unsubscribed. So if I end up in YouTube jail, then I want to have all you guys on Patreon so that I can maybe start another channel or go on BitChute or these other Rumble and all that stuff. I just haven't done that yet because, quite frankly, there's not as many people, and you're kind of preaching to the choir a little bit when you're over on Rumble. I want to reach the masses on this topic because it's very important, because mainstream media has completely ignored this. So anyway, I do have some notes here. Send video in. Please sign the petition and track. We've got Truth Maui. We already talked about that. Sign the petition, which is veto Maui Dump, vetomauidump.com. Please sign that petition. Please post your video. Please send me a video of you, 30 to 60 seconds, to my cell phone number, 808-298-2030. I will create a collage of all of those videos, and I will post that so the world can hear from you. From you. We have to hear from you. Don't be shy. Please don't be shy. I don't like the way I look on camera, but guess what? This is how I look, right? You don't like the way you look on camera? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but we look the way we look, and it's okay. It is okay. It's okay, crow's feet and all. But bottom line is we need to hear from you guys. We need to hear from the world. So I don't care if you live in Norway, Nigeria. I get a lot of Nigerians on my Facebook, which is weird, but anyway. And my Facebook gets no views, right? I could post something there, I get like 8 views, so that's why I'm on YouTube. But anyway, if you're in, Germany, Australia, Canada, the U.S., obviously, I don't care where you are in the world. If you have an opinion, if you come to Maui, you're watching this video right now for a reason. You've got some kind of a connection with Maui. The algorithm found you, right? You've got some kind of a vested interest in this place. You love it. You want to be here. You want to retire here. You were here on vacation. You made babies here. You did something here on Maui. There's a connection that you have with this place. Your voice needs to be heard. Your voice deserves to be heard. Matter of fact, I read Stephen Covey. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And what's the 8th habit? Find your voice and help others find theirs. And it's called YouTube. You can have a channel too. Everyone should have a channel. You have a tribe of people that want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Eric West wants to hear from you. Find your voice, let it be heard. Let's all check in on this. You can text me a quick video, 30 to 60 seconds, 808-298-2030. I'll create a collage and we'll submit all of that to the mayor, to the Maui Council. We'll put it on the YouTube and we will share how you feel about the Olowalu dump. But we have to take a stand on this. So once again, just to recap this whole live. Number one, where's Hustle Bitch? Go to Hustle Bitch. I'm going to put a link in the description. Watch his video. Subscribe to his channel. And where is he? How did he get silenced? Is he okay? Someone please let me know. Number two, Claudius in Germany. Berlin. Ja, ich bin ein Berliner. I was born by a German mom. I moved there when I was 6 weeks old. And that was my first language. Meine erste Sprache. Ich habe nicht Englisch gelernt, weil ich 7 Jahre alt. So ich spreche wie ein 7 Jahre alt Bub. But anyway, dude, Claudius, man, much aloha and so much love from my heart to yours. Your video made me cry, literally, and you said something like, he has American blood and he has German blood. You know, it was just, dude, it was powerful, man. We need more people like you because you just throw it out there, you speak with your heart, and that's all we need is people speaking from their heart. That's why I love going live. I don't have a script. I'm just free-flowing from the heart. And that's the key to life, man. You speak from your heart, you speak your truth. The haters will come, the haters will go, because the haters hate. But if you love and you're full of aloha, let that flow. And let Mayor Bisson know how you feel. Let Tamara Paulton, who's supposed to, let all these politicians that are supposed to be representing the people of this community, that they're not, let them know how you feel. Speak with passion, speak your truth, and let them know how you feel about the Olowalu dump. My whole channel, my whole purpose for my channel is to be a platform so that your voices are heard, the people of this community are heard, that Maui can be heard. And I will continue to do it. Hopefully don't shut me down. And I pray to God in Jesus' name that it will make a difference and that we will change the course of history. We will literally change the course of history. And whatever plans they had for this beautiful little paradise are foiled. They will not work. No weapon formed shall prosper. In Jesus' name, against this little island, you picked with the wrong island. You picked the wrong culture. You picked the wrong people. You just picked the wrong place, man. But we need everyone to put on their battle suits, their battle cry, and let your voice be heard. And pray, get on your knees, and I just know for a fact that things are going to work out for the best. Right now, they're not looking too good, but you know what? It's always the calm before the storm, darkness before the dawn. So I believe we're going to have a massive breakthrough, and I believe them not putting this junk in Olowalu is going to be our first of many, many victories for the people of Maui. The people of Lahaina that lost everything, there's many victories coming their way as well. The insurance companies, we're going to talk about insurance companies. I got some amazing things that everybody needs to do that has an insurance claim. It's called a public adjuster, the right public adjuster. But remember, your insurance company is not your friend. They're trying to limit their losses. They lie, they cheat, they steal, and they don't tell you about what it says on the back of the policy. And they're scam artists, and they will be held accountable. And the Hawaii Insurance Commission, we're not even going to talk about that right now. But I'm telling you what, we're going to teach these people how to not get scammed. And there is no statute of limitations on your claim. So even if you think you got claimed out and you had all the money that you think you're supposed to get, you can go back with a public insurance adjuster and you can be made whole. There's a lot to cover here, man. We have a lot of people that we need to help, and I believe we can do it together. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hustle Bitch shout out, Claudius. And a shout out, I got my notes here. I'm trying to stay on track, Eric. We have Tracy, Irwin, the Brush Junkie, shout out. We have Michelle over on Wellness, Inner Blossom Wellness on the Big Island. She's doing amazing work. So there's a core group of people. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Of course, Eddie down there, the Instagram. We had Lucas Nelson there today playing. He's coming out. Where are the other celebrities? If you know a celebrity, if you are a celebrity and you're watching this, let's go. Please, let's go. I'm just a small fry. I'm just a little fish in a little pond. If you're a Jack Johnson, if you're a, whatever, you know the names. If you're a Joe Rogan, if you're anybody that's got some real clout and some real pull, it is time, man. There's so many wealthy, influential, famous people that come here. The corporate jets are coming and going all the time. Step out. Be a voice of truth. Shine the light. Let's do what the media, the mainstream media, the fake media is never going to do. They're never going to do it. So if you have a voice, if you have a platform, let's go. Now is the time, and we have to start with this issue at hand, the Oluwalu dump. No can. Enough already. Stop now, period. There's better solutions, and whatever solution it is, it needs to be studied, cannot be fast-tracked, and you must show evidence of the community feedback that you've received that says this is what the community wants. You can't just give it lip service and say, oh, we heard from the community. Bullshit. You did not hear from the community. The community, you did hear from the community, and you're ignoring the community. That's what you're doing. So let's not let them get away with it. Let's make sure that every community member's voice is heard. Please send me your videos. I will post them. I'll make a collage. It'll be amazing. And again, shout out Hustle B, Claudius and Anna. I love you guys. January 2nd, go to the meeting. Send in your video. Sign the petition, Maui, veto.mauidump.com. And please go to my Patreon, support the channel, truthmaui.com. Or is it Maui Truth? I can't remember. Truth Maui, I think it is. All right, guys, thank you. Much aloha. Thank you for all of you that showed up today. It was amazing. It was riveting. I got chicken skin like 5 times. Maui Dan, thank you for being there. So many people showed up on short notice. Thank you for everyone that's pulling together to make this thing work. Eddie, thank you, my friend, my new friend. You are amazing. You are doing God's work. I believe He's using your voice to help save this island from this atrocity, this environmental Chernobyl that they're trying to pull off. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot tell you how much I thank all of you that have stepped forward, and there's going to be many, many more that step forward, and I'm going to thank you. Thank you, Lucas Nelson, for stepping forward. Thank you, John Cruz, for stepping forward. Thank you. Every time someone steps forward, man, that takes some guts. You know what I'm saying? It does. It takes guts, right? But it's not that hard, right? And once you step in, like Kai Lenny, man, right? Step through that veil of fear. I heard that speech you gave. I heard that before this whole thing happened, and I remembered, step through the veil of fear. What makes every big surfer, big wave surfer, a big wave surfer? They step through that veil of fear. They have that faith, and when they get to the other side, they realize, hey, man, it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad. I'm sticking with it. Will you stick with it? Will you join me? Will you join the fight? I believe you will. So you can start by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, even though you'll probably get unsubscribed in a couple hours. But do it anyway. Fight the shadow ban. Let's join together. Thank you, guys. Much aloha. How many minutes has it been? 30 minutes? No, 27 minutes. Okay, all right. You can tell I can't see anything. But thanks. Lisa, I love you. I miss you. Boys, Colton, Hunter, Ryan, miss you. Love you. Dylan's here with me. We got Dylan. He can't. Wild horses couldn't drag Dylan off of Maui, man. So he's in the ice bath right now, I think. All right, guys. Much aloha. Until next time, Eric West out. Send me your videos. 808-298-2030. I just want videos, though. No text messages, just videos. Shoots.